Our American values are being challenged as never before. There are immigrants being held in detention centers around the country and being deported without due process of law to alien countries and foreign gulags. This is happening now. And our Attorney General Pam Bondi takes her marching orders straight from a corrupt White House. The America that I've written about for 50 years that's been a beacon of hope and liberty around the world is currently in the hands of a corrupt, incompetent, racist, reckless, and treasonous administration.
Can you imagine? Just think about this for a second. Imagine that you're a boomer living on a fixed income, or maybe you're a Gen Xer who grew up listening to Bruce Springsteen, or as his fans are now calling him, Caitlyn. You spend $2,000 on tickets to see this breathing turd. For most people, $2,000 is a lot of money. If you're retired and you're living on a fixed income, you had to save up for months to see Bruce Springsteen display his new identity along with his sagging man boobs. When you go to concerts, especially when you're seeing a legendary performer that you grew up with, you're paying for the experience. You're paying for the nostalgia. You're paying to be taken back to your childhood or your teenage years for a few hours. Music, more than anything else, music has this incredible power to activate our memories. I can listen to trap music by T.I. or Urban Legend, anything from Cash Money, and I am instantly taken back to what happened 20 years ago. Those artists, they were the soundtrack of my high school and college years. If I'm paying to see them, I'm paying for the experience. I'm paying for the memories. What I'm not paying for is a passionate lecture about Orange Man bad. For decades, entertainers, for the most part, entertainers refuse to be political. Take late night shows, for example. Johnny Carson, Leno, Letterman, or my personal favorite growing up, Conan O'Brien. Even though they talked about politics, the hosts were not political. Their goal was to entertain us, not indoctrinate us. You see, these late night legends, they knew something that Jim Kimmel and the soon-to-be-fired Stevie Colbert can't seem to figure out. Well, Uncle KC, you forgot about Seth Meyers. Who? Sean Squires? Is that geek still on TV? Leno and Letterman, they knew if they chose sides, they would alienate half their audience. When you're an entertainer, when your job is to draw ratings, draw an audience, you want your audience pool to be as wide as possible. It's impossible to do that when you're accusing half the country of being racist or being infected with the disease of white privilege. Historically, Bruce Springsteen has been able to charge premium prices for his concerts. We talked about this the other day in the video about the WNBA dump. Right now, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Felines are struggling to sell tickets. Now, of course, the media, they are trying to polish this turd. The media is blaming high prices for the WNBA's struggle to sell tickets to painfully boring pretend basketball games. But it has nothing to do with price and everything to do with value. People don't mind paying, but you have to deliver. People used to pay thousands of dollars to travel to Las Vegas. Once they got there, they spent thousands of dollars. But over the last couple of years, tourism in Las Vegas has been circling the pooper. Why? Because gambling is more accessible. You can bet on your phone. There are casinos all over the country. Las Vegas is no longer as valuable. For decades, Bruce Springsteen has been able to charge hundreds and in some cases thousands of dollars for tickets. But all of a sudden, in his home state of New Jersey, ticket prices dropped almost 95%. And Bruce Springsteen has no one to blame but himself. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. So I want to get to the sponsor for today's video, a brand that you will never have to worry about being anti-American, my good friends at American Attitude. Here in a couple of months, America will be celebrating its 250th birthday, 250 years of freedom, 250 years of being the greatest country on earth. Due to a certain political party that is anti-American, I'm sure July 4th is going to be intentionally divisive. But you can show your love and your support for our country and our great military with patriotic gear from American Attitude. American Attitude is more than just a clothing brand. It is a movement for people who love faith, freedom, and a good punchline. They've got plenty of hats and shirts that celebrate 250 years of American freedom. But my personal favorite, it is the infidel t-shirts and hoodies where you're displaying your pride at being labeled an infidel. They've also got patriotic hoodies and tumblers to keep the beverage of your choice iced during the summer months. American Attitude strives to bring patriotic Americans together through humor and unapologetic American grit. So click the link in the description or the pinned comment below. Use my promo code BTL10, BTL10. Receive 10% off your first purchase with American Attitude. Headline at NJ.com. And just to be clear, the letters NJ are not the newest additions to the LGBT alphabet. The initials still stand for New Jersey. Headline at NJ.com. Bruce Springsteen ticket prices are dropping fast. Earlier this week, Brucey delivered a passionate sermon at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, which is about 45 miles from where this aging fossil was born in Long Branch centuries ago. According to Brucey's hometown newspaper, when tickets initially went on sale back in February, they were going for $3,000. A week before the show, tickets were selling for less than $200. Now, according to NJ.com, this is unheard of for a Bruce Springsteen concert, especially in his home state of New Jersey. It's not hard to figure out why demand to see the new and improved Brucey is plummeting. You're not paying for a concert, you're paying for a sermon. A Springsteen concert. It is no different than Sunday morning services at Woke United Methodist. Same message, same songs from the church band. I hate the USA. I hate the USA. The only difference is tithes or donations. They are voluntary at Woke United Methodist and they are mandatory to see Bruce Springsteen. Once the sermon was over and the concert actually began, the writer of the article claimed that Bruce Springsteen put on a great show. The problem is the experience was tainted. Even though the performance was great, it's hard to get past the blatant hypocrisy. Bruce Springsteen has turned his concerts into a protest against the Trumper. This man only cares about billionaires. He doesn't care about you poor people in the crowd, but Brucey does. As I've gotten older and identified with my two-spirit side, Caitlin, my natural maternal instincts have gotten stronger, and I want to nurture all my fans with woke Brucey love. According to Brucey, Don Trump only cares about billionaires, but he cares about the people. If that's the case, why is he charging thousands of dollars just to be in his presence? Why is he charging nearly $100 for a No Kings flag? Which means Bruce Springsteen is charging $100 for toilet paper. Bruce Springsteen desperately wants to be accepted by the cool kids. He wants to be perceived as this influential woke star who relates to the struggles of the common man. At the same time, he wants to charge the common man thousands of dollars to smell his mouth farts. If you want to smell mouth farts, you can watch the Yentas on The View and smell them for free. Who knows? You might even get a good whiff of the boodle breeze too. This is the reason entertainers should stay out of politics. Politics by design is divisive. It taints everything. It changes your perception. A couple of months ago, Tyler Shuck, the quarterback for my Saints, even though he's just going into his second season, everyone in New Orleans, we are excited about Tyler Shuck. The kid seems to have it. He has that thing that you see in franchise quarterbacks that separates them from everyone else. You don't really know what it is. You just know it when you see it. But a couple of months ago, Tyler Shuck publicly endorsed Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear. 3 years ago, Andy vetoed a bill that banned dudes from competing in women's sports. He supports gender-affirming care. He's the captain of the float in the Gay Pride Parade. Here in a few weeks, the entire month of June will be dedicated to tasting the rainbow in the state of Kentucky. With Tyler Shuck publicly supporting and endorsing Captain Doofus, does that mean I no longer want him to be my quarterback? No. But does it taint my perception of him? Does it stain my perception of Tyler Shuck? Yeah, a little bit. And it's not even intentional. This is the problem when you involve yourself in politics. Politics has a way of changing perceptions. As the quarterback of my Saints, Tyler Shuck has one job. His relationship with the fan base, it only has one requirement: win games. That's it. No one cares if Tyler Shuck tastes the rainbow. No one cares if he supports gender-affirming care. Keep that to yourself. Your only job is to represent the city and win games. Uncle KC, it sounds like you're saying shut up and dribble. That's not fair. Yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying. There is a reason Michael Jordan still has the top-selling shoe at Nike. The real GOAT, the icon of icons, he never divided his audience by being political. We used to live in a country where politics was a nuisance. It was something that we dealt with every 4 years. And no one liked to deal with it. We didn't talk about it. It was actually considered rude to ask someone who they voted for. Today, it's a requirement. You go on a first date, and the woman asks you if you're a fascist. When you ask her to define what fascism is, she accuses you of mansplaining. The disease of politics, it has infected every aspect of society. And look at the end result. People are begging to get away from it. They are willing to pay thousands of dollars to see Bruce Springsteen perform just so they can get away from politics. And what does he do? He preaches. He tries to indoctrinate. Then he wonders why his ticket prices are in the pooper. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.